Shades of Grey has quite a lot of sex scenes in it. The second film even more than the first. How do you feel about this as an actor? Did you take long to think about taking the role on, or was it quite easy decision?
I did. I thought about it, yeah, for a while. It's a very daunting project, objectively, but there was something about the story and the love story between the two people that drew me to it, and I found that very obviously enticing. And then the fact that it has this sort of erotic, kind of like bizarre sex story attached to it made me think it was even cooler.
Jamie and you got really, really close physically. How was working with Jamie in such intimate scenes?
It was probably as good as it could be. I think working on scenes like that, you want to be working with someone who is who respects you and is trustworthy and is sort of not protective, but aware of your feelings in the situation, so that you want to feel supported and you want to feel safe. And I did the whole time, and he also is quite funny, and we joke around a lot. So
is it true that you needed a swig of whiskey before the sex scenes?
One time.
There's a lot of kinky stuff in Shades of Grey. How did you prepare for it as an actor?
I did my fair share of research, but I mean, like, on the internet, not physically.
Now you're a movie star yourself, and in your family there are a lot of movie stars. And did you ask your mother or your father or your grandmother for advice how to deal with such a pressure, or do they give you advice for the business in general?
Sometimes they help me with things if I ask them about certain circumstances, but I grew up watching my parents, at the height of their fame, there wasn't, camera phones or social media. So it's kind of a completely different monster now, and I grew up watching them, be accosted on the street, and people were physically scary. And now it's sort of this looming, it's like sneaky, it's like a sneak attack, and people invade my privacy in a completely different way than their privacy was invaded. So it's a funny thing to see it all translate and transform over 3 generations from my grandmother to me. It's such a different world.